Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Today we are going to start small concept related to Oracle database product. Oracle. These are demo classes. Don't write it anything. Just observe it, whatever I am telling only. Oracle. This Oracle is a product from Oracle Corporation. Everyone knows. This is a pure database product. What is that one? I will tell you. But before that one, some versions are there in Oracle. Oracle 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, 6.1, 5.1 also there. And now here 7.0, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 8.0, 8.1.5, 8.1.6, 8.1.7. That is also called as 8i, 9i, 10G, 11G, 12C, 18C, 19C, and the latest one, 21C. But in our class, this software is available. 19C, we are learning only. Oh, C means cloud technology. Cloud computing is there. In the olden days, Greek computing is there. Now, cloud. What is cloud and all these things? We are understandable. Now, this is Oracle 19C. 19C means cloud technology. Observe it here. This is the latest version we are learning in our class. But what is this Oracle? Slowly observe it here. Screen observe it. Oracle is a product from Oracle Corporation. Okay, but here this is a database product. Observe it here. Oracle is a database product. There is so many fellows having idea. Oracle is a database product. Okay, fine. And now check it out. Not only Oracle, so many database products are available in our country. Okay, sorry. In a software side, so many database products are available. Suppose Oracle is a database product from Oracle Corporation. Observe it here. Different companies. Again, maybe so many fellows having idea. SQL Server is a database product from Microsoft. DB2 is a database product from IBM company. MySQL is a database product that is an open source, but nowadays Oracle Corporation only purchasing. Again, Sybase is a database product from Ingress Corporation. Again, Teradata. Maybe so many fellows having idea, data warehousing application programmers. Teradata is a database product from NCR Corporation. SQLite is a database product. Like this, so many database products are there from different companies only. Okay, na? That's why always Oracle is a one of the popular database product. Okay, fine. Database. Don't write it anything. Just observe here. Database. But what is the purpose of these database products means everyone knows. Whenever we are installing these database products in our system, otherwise company side, what is the main purpose means? For storing data. For storing, don't write it anything. Observe it here. For storing data permanently. For storing data permanently in secondary storage devices. Secondary storage devices means maybe hard disk or not. Yes, here. One of these. Okay, secondary storage devices. Secondary storage devices. Okay, fine. Permanent. Suppose today we are storing our data means after 5 years, 10 years, after 10 years, after 20 years, after 100 years, after also your data is available. You are using. Now that's why always these are Oracle is a product from Oracle Corporation. Some version number is there. This is a database product. One of the popular database, vocational database is a Oracle, is a product from Oracle Corporation. But what is the purpose of that one means? For storing data permanently in secondary storage devices. Now slowly observe it here. Actually, so many database applications are there in a worldwide. 90% of these software applications are depends on database. Without database, impossible to store the what data. Now check it out. Suppose, for example, you are a first time newcomer. So now you're non-technical person, means easily understandable, means every organization maintain a database. Okay, fine. For example, observe it here. For example, okay, so now, yes, easily understandable. So many applications are there. One of the application I'm taking. You take bank. Banks maintain databases. Banks maintain databases. Observe it here. What is the purpose? They're maintaining a what database means storing a something means. Observe it here. Suppose, yes, here customers are, okay, account holders are deposit some amount. You are also depositing some amount only. Your details, your name, address, phone number, your balance, your account number. These details are storing is important permanently. Now that's why, yes, account holder or customers are deposit some amount only. Those details they want to store permanently. Suppose here you are also, I am also, otherwise some customers are withdrawing some amount. Okay, fine. Those details also they want. Again, some fellows are transferring a what money from one account to another account, either online or offline or anywhere also. And now those all the transaction information I want to store permanently. Then only we are operating all the things. That's why now here, yes, here banks maintain databases. Banks means everyone understandable. That's why. Suppose here telecom companies, yes, so many examples are there, just roughly now here easily understandable purpose. I'm telling only telecom companies maintain databases. Suppose here, yes, you are make a call to your friend or anything. Those call details are where it will be storing in a databases. Suppose here and now here online, suppose so many fellows are nowadays purchasing items in a where online portals through Flipkart, Amazon, those type of, so now so many, okay, so now online shopping portals are there. Through that one, so now they are purchasing items. Those shopping portal also maintain a databases. Because you are purchasing a what one okay, so now item means that order number, how it will be generated. Database, some application is there, auto increment concept only through that one. Nowadays in a banking system, OTP validation is there. In a phone number we are typing only, then automatically generate a what that OTP only, then you are sending that OTP. How? Database application. That's why so many different reservations, all the things. Okay, so now so many applications in a worldwide, in a real-time application, maintain databases. Okay, fine. Maintain databases. And now check it out. Concentrate here. Concentrate. Very important. Now, okay, fine. Suppose I'm a first-time newcomer. How I'm thinking? Oh, maybe database is nothing is there. Suppose I'm installing a what? Oracle software. That is a one of the database software only. Whenever I'm installing a what? Oracle software into my system, automatically some place is created in a hard disk only. Oh, maybe this place is called a database only. Okay, so many fellows are thinking like that. Okay, database. Okay, fine. Here only, in this place only, we are storing a data. Suppose here we are storing a what? In a random collection of data, we are thinking only. That is absolutely wrong one. Actually, Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, Sybase, Informix, Ingress, Teradata, these type of databases are not storing a what? A random collection of data. These databases does not store a random collection of data. These databases only store structured collection of data. That is important. Suppose here nowadays, any random collection of data, any data storing means some non-relational databases are there. That is a MongoDB. That is different. These databases, Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, these databases are relational databases. Relational databases. One of the popular relational databases, Oracle and SQL Server and MySQL, these databases. What is relational databases? We are learning in a future. Don't worry. Now here. These databases stores a structured collection of data. Suppose here I'm installing a Oracle software in my system. You are also installing in a future installation, I will tell you. Now, once we are installing this Oracle software, some database is some place is created in a hard disk. Now, in this place, this is a relational database product. That's why we are storing a structured collection of data. Why? Because relational data model is introduced by 1970 only E.F. Card. He is basically mathematician. That's why he decided to store the data in the format of matrix. Matrix are nothing but rows and columns or not. Maybe you have an idea. I think mathematics only rows and columns. Same like yes, here data is stored in the where logical structure side. What is logical? What is physical later? And now here logical structure side, here table format only, a structured manner only data is storing. Once a structured collection of data is there, yes, all relational databases stores a what? Structured collection of data. That is important, not a non-structured. Non-structured means another databases are there. Oracle is one of the popular relational database. Structured collection of data. Structured collection of data only storing by the where these type of relational databases. Once a structured collection of data is there, we are operating this data by using some languages are required. What is that language means? Maybe anybody having idea? SQL is a language, structured query language. SQL is a language is there. Through this language only, we are operating data in a way, this structured data in a relational databases. But MongoDB, those type of databases are different. That is SQL language is not there. There is no SQL. That is JavaScript, those type of languages, you have an idea, no? So now here, yes, those knowledges are required. But this is SQL is a one separate language is there. Through that one, we are, okay, so now here operating a data in this in these type of databases. Now check it out, concentrate here. For example, don't worry, suppose this is a Oracle database. Okay, fine. Really, in my system, okay, so many classes we are learning, okay, so we are teaching only. That's why, yes, so many tables are there. Check it out. Observe it here. In my Oracle database, observe it here. This is a some table is there. Okay, something is there. For example, here in this database, a structured collection of data is there or not? Yes, organized fashion only they are storing a data. Observe here, you are also storing a in a future like this. Organized fashion means, oh, maybe table. Here these are columns. Here these are rows only. Here columns are there. Something an organized manner only they are storing the data. Slowly observe here. Oh, maybe this is a matrix format. Here employee number. In this column only numbers are available. Slowly observe here. Yes, in this column only characters are available. Yes, in this column only dates are available. That's why observe it here, a structured manner only the data is storing. Suppose here anything we are observing also in your database, relational database side, a structured data is there. Okay, fine. A structured collection of data is there. Suppose, for example, once this data is there in a permanently, now how we are operating this data by using SQL language they are telling. Suppose, for example, this is a data is there. For example, what is data? What is information? Later we are learning. Observe here. New York is a city is there, for example. In my project, I want to change. Today, I want to change this New York location into where Hyderabad is a location in my project side. For example, maybe now here. Suppose I want to change this New York location into where Hyderabad is location. I want to change in this relational databases. How can I mean? Just in a where SQL prompt only, SQL language we are using. Oh, SQL language means very easiest language. How means? I will tell you. And now SQL language is there in a feature. You are typing some commands. Observe it here. Update table. Okay, something is there. And now here, yes, here some commands we are typing like this. So only single or two lines of commands, only simple. That's why anybody also learning yes, so SQL language very easy. And now here, yes, without any knowledge of the where software also easily there. Okay, handling. And now check it out. One line of coding I'm writing. In this coding you are familiar. In a future you are learning a courses like Oracle SQL Server, these type of courses. That is called SQL command. These are called SQL language. One line of coding is there. No? Yes, here. These are non-procedural language. Variables are not there. Okay, so now your loops are not there. Conditions are if conditions case. Okay, these type of things are not there. Very easy, non-procedural language. One or two or three lines of coding is there. Simple. Now, yes, observe it here. Yes, once we are writing a what, this type of coding, this is called SQL language, then automatically it is affected in a where your database. Observe it here. Yes, your database. Yes, in a previous case, New York is there, but in this case, Hyderabad is a location is there or not? Yes. That's why always observe it here. And now here, Oracle is a database product. What type of database means? Oh, maybe in a future relational databases. That's why structured collection of data it will be storing. But if you want to operate a what, these are relational. Otherwise, Oracle database product. Which languages we are using? Which languages? In a non-technical person means slowly observe here. Which languages? Yes, one language is what? SQL. SQL means structured query language. Not only that language. Some other language is there. What is that one means? Maybe anybody having idea technical programmers? PLSQL is a language. In our course, that language also we are learning. PLSQL means same like a Java, same like a C, C++. So procedural language concepts are there, variables, some little bit of coding, not a difficult, very easy only. PLSQL, so many jobs are there. You are typing a what in a Google, PLSQL developer means so many jobs are there. Only PLSQL, little bit of SQL knowledge also guarantee job. That much powerful. Observe here. Yes, if you want to operate a what Oracle database product in our company side or anything, just we are using a what, we are learning a what, which languages? SQL is a one language, structured query language. After SQL, we are learning means, yes, another language also better to learn. That is what PLSQL, procedural language extension for SQL. Not only that one, not only these two, but also in a company side, we are using a what? Another language here. Dynamic SQL is a language. Dynamic SQL, that is a small one only, because PLSQL we are good knowledge is there, means a little bit of extension is there. Dynamic SQL language. These three languages you have an idea. And now here, yes, through these three languages we are operating a what? This software only, Oracle software. That is most powerful. In a company side, yes, here little bit of SQL knowledge is there, little bit of PLSQL knowledge is there also we are operating, but more things so we are learning means, okay, so now so many different types of jobs are there. That's why observe here, Oracle is a product from Oracle Corporation. If you want to operate a what, this relational database product means which languages we are learning? One is SQL language we are using, otherwise learning. Again, another one is PLSQL, another one is dynamic SQL. These three languages we are learning a what in our course. Most powerful. Suppose here, now here, check it out. Here in this SQL language, for example, yes, this is another finished batch. In a SQL, so many DDL, DML here creating a table. These all the things are available in a way. This is a SQL language. Here some queries you are writing only. Okay, fine. What is this one? In another batch completed means these all the things are there. And now here, these are all the things. How can I? What is that one? Those are all the things you are learning. Okay, fine. Here, select statement. These are simple. Okay, fine. Simple concepts only. These queries you are writing. Suppose you are joining in a where Java course or anything. You are attending interview. You are joining in a Python course. You are attending interview. Write a query to display and pay salary employee. They are asking. Minimum basic knowledge is required in a front-end programmer also. In that case also, these queries are helpful. Not only database programmer. And now here, observe here, these type of concepts are there. Okay, these are all the things we are learning. And now here, main concept, joins is a concept. Retrieve data from multiple tables. This is SQL language knowledge. Maybe some fellows are having idea on it. And now here, then here, constraints. No, so now here. Okay, so now in our SQL language side, constraints is a concept is there here. Primary key, foreign key, check. So many things are there. Okay, fine. Once we are good at what those all the things we are learning in our course here, subquery is a concept is there, most powerful. Yes, query within another query, but a little bit of so 1 or 2 lines of codings only. Okay, fine. Observe here. In okay, fine. Observe it. These are all the things we are learning one of these days. 1 minute only here. These are main chapter. In a database also subqueries are there. Observe here, subqueries. These are most powerful. In this chapter only we are learning about interview questions. Okay, fine. Suppose here you are attending an interview means so now here display nth highest salary employee, second highest salary employee, so delete duplicate rows. So these type of things are there. Okay, so those all the things we are learning about in our course only. Okay, where is that one? Okay, some queries are there. Okay, fine. These are all the things we are familiar. Okay, don't worry. Now then database object, so many things are there. Okay, fine. We are learning. Okay, fine. These are big concepts. Again, PLSQL means some little bit of coding is there. Don't afraid only. This is a PLSQL. And now PLSQL means here, this type of some little bit of coding you are writing only here. PLSQL is there. In that one, cursors, exceptions, stored procedures, stored functions, triggers, packages, types, collections, bulk bind, recursors, okay, local subprograms, UTL file packages, SQL loader, external tables, so many things only like this. Okay, fine. So much syllabus is there. That's why some concepts are there. Don't worry. Now here, that's why yes, SQL language first we are learning. After that one, some knowledge you are getting only. Yes, then okay, then only they are learning about PLSQL. Through these two languages, we are operating what this Oracle software. Okay, yeah. And now check it out. Observe it here. Okay, but unfortunately, so many fellows are thinking about, oh, database means nothing is there. Some Java, .NET, Python application front end is there. The data we are entering means the data is storing purpose only. They are thinking, okay, first time newcomer. In a backend only, they are storing a data purpose only, storing data purpose only. They are thinking, but absolutely wrong one. Not only storing a data, so many things are there. What is that one? Actually, databases means not only storing a data, but also yes, efficient way retrieval of data is important. Suppose, for example, screen observe it. In a olden days, 1960 before, in a file format only, they are storing a data like this. In a future histories, we are learning. This is a file format also permanently storing a data. But employee details are there here. Now, who are the employees are joining a what? Yes, before 1981, those employees information I want to retrieve means in a file. From the file I want to retrieve the data means very difficult. You are writing a C program, Java program, .NET program, Python program. We are writing a what? Then only file data we are retrieving only fetching. That is very difficult. A big application programs we are writing only. But unfortunately, nowadays, these type of database softwares are there. For example, nowadays, these are relational database softwares. Now, from these softwares, for example, somewhere data is there. For example, now check it out here, observe it here, somewhere data is there. Suppose here, these are the employees are joining only. I want to display the employees who are joining before 1981. Some employees are joining only. Those employees I want, details I want in my project means just here you are a SQL programmer means somewhere data is there. Okay, fine. This data, how they are fetching means just they are writing a what? Queries. These are called queries. Observe here. Select a star from table name where now here observe here higher date like this only. Here less than or equal to here 1st January or anything. For example, now here check it out. Here 1981 like this only. Just they are writing the queries. Automatically data is displayed or not. Oh, maybe some query you are writing a single line of coding. Then before 1980, who are employees, 1981, those employees automatically retrieved from the where database is possible or not. That's why efficient way of the where data retrieval is most powerful. How we are achieving means through these databases only possible, through these languages only possible. But unfortunately, concentrate. Suppose first time newcomer means so many doubts only. Now, what is those doubts means? Observe here, concentrate. Through the simple example, today we are giving a what? Easiest way explanation only, difference between some databases, some languages, so many fellows are confusing. That I will tell you. Suppose, for example, slowly 5 minutes, concentrate enough. I am working in a company. Slowly observe here. Whenever I am working in a company, I have a doubt or you are also having a doubt on. I'm working in a Oracle projects. Oracle is a relational database product. Okay, fine. If I want to operate this relational database product, then I am using a what in my company side. SQL is a language. Observe here. SQL is a language I'm using. Slowly observe here. SQL is a language. Okay, fine. Suppose in my company, another project also there. That is also a relational database product. That is from Microsoft product. That is SQL Server is a product. Observe here, SQL Server. Who are persons are working, who are employees are working, some employees are working in a very SQL Server product. That is also database product, same like a Oracle, but they want to operate a what? That SQL Server, they're using a what? One language only. What is that language? SQL is a language. Observe here, SQL is a language. Slowly observe here. Again, here MySQL is a what so many fellows are using in my company. MySQL is a database, relational database product is there, for example. If they want to now here, yes, operate a what? This MySQL database product, that is also relational database product. Yes, in my company, some employees are working in a MySQL product that is open source only. They are operating a MySQL database also. They are using a what? SQL is a language, for example. Now here SQL language is there. There is a universal language. Now what is my doubt? Otherwise, so many fellows are attending about this demo class. Those persons having a doubt only. These all SQL languages are same or different? I have a doubt here. Now anybody guess it? Only one answer is correct. Whenever you are working in a Oracle database product in your system, otherwise your friend is working in SQL Server product, yes, your other friend is working in a MySQL database product. These all persons are using a what? A SQL language only, but these all SQL languages are same or different? Only one answer is correct. Easy. Maybe some technical persons are there in our class, they're telling only. These all SQL languages are same or different? Very good. In our class, so many fellows are telling a what? Same only they are telling. 100% wrong one. These all SQL languages are different, not same. Why so many students confusing only? Why so many students are telling a what? Yes, so many employees are telling a what? These all SQL languages are same means maybe in your academic career side, maybe DBMS theory, some projects are there. In that one, maybe in small databases we are learning also. In that one, insert, update, delete, select, some commands are there in SQL language. Those commands are maybe same commands only in our language. That's why you are thinking about same. But unfortunately, these are totally different. These all SQL languages are different, not same. How you are given the guarantee these are different means simple technique is there. What is that one means? Concentrate here. Now here, concentrate here. Now check it out. Observe here. So many fellows are telling different only. Very good. Correct. And now observe here. How we are telling a what you are given the guarantee these are different means simple technique. What is the technique? Means you are a latest programmer. Through some knowledge only, easily you are telling a what difference only. That is, you are keep it in mind means very easy way you are understandable this concept. Suppose so many object-oriented languages are there. Okay, little bit of knowledge is there in a technical. Okay, object-oriented languages are there in a worldwide. Maybe so many fellows having idea, no? Object-oriented languages are there in a worldwide only. Okay, fine. What are the object-oriented languages are there in a worldwide? C++ is object-oriented language. In a Java is a popular object-oriented language. In a C# .NET only is an object-oriented language. In a VC++ is an object-oriented language. That's why so many object-oriented languages are there. Suppose two languages today I'm taking example. Through that one, same concepts are there in a where, and now same similar concepts through we are observing a what? These all SQLs are different or same. And now check it out. Suppose simple, only 5 minutes observe it, enough. This is a demo, no, just observe it, what is going on. C++ is a language is there. Java is a language is there. For example, in a computer students are there, those persons. C++ is a language and also Java is a language. These are two object-oriented, popular object-oriented languages. In object-oriented languages, some OOPS concepts are there. Maybe object-oriented feature, something is there. No? Yes. Here also OOPS concepts are there. Here also OOPS concepts are there. Here OOPS concepts means maybe some fellows having idea only which one a class is a concept is there. Again, object is a what class concept is there. Again, occasion inheritance is a concept is there. Observe here. Again, polymorphism is a concept is there. Maybe so many fellows having idea. Now here roughly. Now check it out. In a technical persons are there. Observe here. Same here also in a Java also oops concepts means what is class, okay fine, what is object, some concepts are there or not, yes here, what is inheritance, okay fine, yes here, and now here, yes here, again what is polymorphism, so many concepts are there. That's why conceptually class, object, inheritance, polymorphism conceptually same, okay, C++ in a Java, okay, conceptually what is class, what is object, what is inheritance, what is polymorphism, like this encapsulation, binding, something, okay, but observe here, anybody guess it. Suppose in a C++ I want to create an object from the class, means what is the syntax? Anybody technical persons having idea? So many persons are having idea, I think. Creating an object from the class means what is the syntax in a C++? Syntax observe here. What is the syntax in a C++? Yes, so many fellows having idea. How can I? Yes, here. Suppose what is the syntax they are giving in a where in a C++ means class name. Slowly observe here. Here only difference. Class name space object name. This is a syntax to create an object from the class in a C++. Suppose same creating an object is there in a where in a Java also. Now here observe here. Suppose they want to create an object, some objects class something is there, don't worry what is that one, creating a now just observe here, creating an object from the where class in a where in a Java. Anybody technical persons are there, maybe tell me roughly syntax. Maybe so many fellows are good at what Java, Python, these languages in academic career, no? Yeah, so now here, now tell me, yes, very good. And now some fellows are telling correct. Class name, okay, class name space object name is equal to new class constructor. Some other syntax is there or not? Yes, here observe here. That's why these two languages are syntactically different or same? Different. Syntactically different. Observe here. Syntactically different. Conceptually, oops, concepts are same. But here syntactically different. And also functions also totally different. Suppose here in a C++, I want to display output means cout is a what? A function is there, streaming output only. And now here, yes, in a Java, what is the function? System.out.println, something is there or not? Yes, here. That's why syntactically different. Yes, here, okay, so now here, yes, functions also totally different in these two object-oriented languages. But conceptually, some oops concepts are same or not? Same. Oops concepts are same. What is class? What is object? What is inheritance? What is polymorphism? Same. But syntactically totally different. Why? Because those are two different languages. Okay, fine. So for two different products from the way different companies only. And now that's why functions are different, and also syntax is also different. Same like here also. Here also observe here. Actually, SQL, same thing. SQL is an ANSI standard language. SQL is an American National Standard Institute defining a what? Some standards only in a SQL language only. That's why this is a SQL is an ANSI standard language. Okay. ANSI standard language. Now, from this ANSI standard language used to operate all the relational databases. I am agree, but unfortunately, observe here, from this ANSI standard SQL language, Oracle Corporation creating their own SQL that is called Oracle SQL. That is important. That is so many fellows are doesn't know. Again, observe here, yes, SQL Server, Microsoft product only, creating a what? Their own SQL from this ANSI standard SQL that is called SQL Server SQL. Again, MySQL creating a what? Their own SQL language only from this ANSI standard that is called MySQL SQL. That's why in our class we are learning a what? Oracle SQL. How you differentiate these all the things means these all the languages, SQL languages, conceptually same. Conceptually means here table is there, view is there, procedure is there, function is there, trigger is there, package is there in Oracle SQL. Here also SQL Server, what is table, what is view, what is synonym, what is the index, what is a procedure, what is a function, what is a trigger, same. Conceptually, here MySQL also table, procedure, function, trigger, package. These are same conceptually, but syntactically totally different. First 4 or 3 syntaxes same, but totally syntactically different. And functions also different. Functions also different means suppose in a null values we are handling means in a Oracle side, NVL is a function is there. But same function I am using in a where in SQL server working? No. Not working. Why? Because that is a different language. That's why in SQL server, is null is a function we are using only for handling a what null values. Arithmetic operation of performed null values again become null or something. Okay, so here, yes, in a MySQL same function I'm copying only, I'm pasting in a where, yes, I'm writing coding means working. No, if null is there, yes, through that one only. And now we are handling a what null values arithmetic operations in a project. That's why functions are totally different. And version of here, yes, here syntactically totally different. Here create procedure syntax is different. Here create a procedure syntax is different. Here slight differences. Okay, fine. Suppose some function is there, months underscore between is there, that is in a Oracle SQL only, but same function I'm using in SQL server SQL possible? No, there is date difference is there. There is another function. That's why always what we are learning means, yes, here SQL is an ANSI standard language. From that SQL language, we are creating a what? Oracle Corporation creating a what? SQL, their own SQL language that is called Oracle SQL language. That's why SQL is an ANSI standard language, conceptually same in every database. Conceptually, what is table, what is a procedure, what is a view, like this only some concepts are there. What is joins, what is subqueries, what is the vocational constraints, the same. Oh, what is what same, but syntactically totally different. Functions also totally different. That's why in our class, what we are learning, Oracle SQL language we are learning. Understood? Okay, so same like a Java, C++, object creation, and conceptually you are, so now here thinking means, now here check it out. Okay, fine. And now here same thing only. These are demo class, just idea purpose, maybe non-technical persons are there. No, those things person purpose, we are telling you what like this. Okay, understood at least a small basic. Okay, fine. But now something, suppose why we are learning at these courses. Suppose Oracle database, otherwise SQL server, otherwise MySQL. What is the purpose we are learning actually? Yes, suppose you are a newcomer, I don't know. So otherwise you are experienced person in a company. So I don't know. So now here recently passed out. So I don't know. Yes, what type of persons are learning in a worldwide? These type of softwares means otherwise Oracle database software means so many different type of persons. First, suppose student point of view, I'm telling. Suppose so many students only observed here learning a courses in a front end. Nowadays Python they are learning. Otherwise they are learning about Java. These type of front end. Otherwise .NET, ASP.NET like this only. Web-based applications and PHP. These type of front end applications they are learning all. These persons, these are web-based application programmers. Okay, web-based also possible in a Java or Python. Okay, yes. These type of web-based application programmers in a where in a project side, compulsory minimum knowledge is required in a where database. Minimum knowledge. Why? Because now here suppose Java programmers, JDBC project side, compulsory they are using a what? Yes, database. This type of relational databases only. .NET programmers, ADO.NET is there. In that one, they are using a what? So now here, yes, these type of databases. In that databases, minimum knowledge means here stored procedures is a concept is there that is a regularly used concept. That's why anybody Java, .NET, these type of programmers attending an interview, yes, so many fellows are asking, write a query to display salary employee, write a query to display the second salary employee, what is join, now the write a query to delete duplicate rows from a table. Yes, here so many predefined queries they're asking. At least minimum knowledge is there or not, they're check it out purpose. Because these persons also, front-end developer programmers also, minimum knowledge is required, minimum. Either Oracle, either SQL Server, either DB2, anything, minimum knowledge is required. That's why maybe so many fellows are learning courses like this. Okay, second point of view. Observe here, so many different type of persons are learning in a worldwide this type of Oracle. What's suppose Oracle course? Okay, for example. Again, second type means suppose so many fellows are struggling in a job. Suppose fresher level they are unable to get a job. maybe 1 or 2 years, maybe wasting. Okay, for example, maybe any reason. Okay, not a problem. They're unable to get a job. Then those persons, yes, they're learning a what, they're applying a what in a way in a company side. PLSQL developer is a jobs are there. Without any knowledge of the Java, .NET, front end, maybe in a non-technical person, they are not very good knowledge in a way of programming skills. Then PLSQL developer jobs are there. 2 years, 3 years gap is there, maybe. And now here, yes, here 2 plus 3 3 plus years. Okay, some gap is there, maybe. Okay, fine. Those persons are in our course only. They are applying a what this course they are learning only PLSQL developer purpose. They so many fellows are learning a what course from me. Okay, actually I'm a senior most PLSQL developer. That's why I'm very depth knowledge. I'm telling only in a PLSQL. These persons are struggling in a way, against maybe in a job searching only. In that one, PLSQL, okay, thoroughly they are learning from me. Okay, for example, like especially our concepts only. I'm telling in-depth knowledge only. Where the interview, what is that one I know. Those persons applying a what PLSQL developer jobs also. So many fellow learning a what this course. Because in this course, SQL also we are learning and PLSQL also we are learning or not? Yes, here. Again, observe here, SQL developer jobs purpose. Another type of persons. Suppose here nowadays, so many son of here persons are not very good knowledge in a where son of coding. Okay, maybe and a not technical person. They want to move into where is in a software. In that case, one okay, son of one type of jobs are there. What is that one means? Data warehousing technologies are there. In that one, ETL programmers are there and reporting programmers are there. Extraction, transformation and loading. ETL tools are there. These persons are little bit of SQL knowledge. PLSQL is not required. SQL knowledge there, having idea. Then they're learning a tools in a very in a institutes also. Informatica is a tool in a very popular tool only in a way. Again, and now here there is ETL tool in a where data stays is a what a popular tool is there. Again, here talent, this is a tool is there. These ETL tools is graphical user interface. They are learning means minimum knowledge is required in SQL. That's why they are learning about these courses, these jobs purpose also. Again, yes, business analysts are there. That is a reporting programmer. Reporting tools they are learning only. Easy way they are getting a jobs only. Reporting tools are there. So many reporting tools are there in a worldwide. Suppose in a Oracle related means BOS, OBI. Now here these type of tools are there nowadays. TabView, QuickView. So now these type of tools easy way. So now here they are getting a what job means. Then minimum basic SQL knowledge is required. Those persons also they are learning a what yes here these courses only. Again now here yes here suppose some programmers yes here ERP side they are interested. Oracle apps is a what ERP is there, same like SAP. Oracle application 11 is there. These persons very good knowledge is required in a PLSQL. Those persons also learning a what these courses. Again, OBI programmers are there. OBI now here yes this a product is there. Now here this with the PLSQL jobs are there. Those persons also learning a what like that. These courses again, that's what different persons. Suppose you are not interested in a where programming side. Now you want to administration side, you want jobs only. In that case, DBA courses are there. Oracle DBA, SQL Server DBA, MySQL DBA, database administration courses are there. These persons also minimum knowledge is required before they're learning about those courses. Minimum SQL knowledge is required. These persons also learning about these type of courses. That's why always once you are good at what this Oracle anywhere, not from me, anywhere also we are learning means anywhere also it is helpful. Either pure database programmer you are applying or business analyst you are applying or reporting programmer. Nowadays Power BI is there, SQL Server related. That Power BI also no minimum SQL knowledge is required. So many fellows are not interested to learn SQL Server, SQL, yes, Oracle SQL only they are learning. Why? Because Oracle SQL they are learning means all the things are very easy. Because these are depth knowledge is there. Okay, fine. That's why most powerful. And now that's why different nowadays Hadoop programmers, data science programmers, those all the things, minimum basic knowledge is required in a where SQL. That's why SQL, somewhere PLSQL, somewhere SQL only. That's why they are learning a what these type of courses. Any different types of jobs also we are applying only. Okay, that's why now from my point of view, here whenever in a course we are learning means depth knowledge is better. Okay, fine, because software means knowledge. That's all. Later only your company says survey or anything means knowledge is required. Knowledge is most powerful. That's why I'm taking a more time in the sense it will take a time from my batches only. Okay, so now whenever SQL, PLSQL, these courses we are learning in our Oracle only, it will take a time because slowly, easily understandable purpose. Any non-technical person also understandable based only. All the things I'm telling, notes also I'm giving in a yeah, okay, so daily whatever notes I'm typing only. Okay, and then we are writing more clearly. You understand without any knowledge also not a problem. Okay, that's why to take a time. Okay, because I am interested in a way always more depth only. Okay, yes, yeah. Because once I'm giving a what something means your confidence level is there, then you are learning your own way also learning, not a problem, because YouTubes are there and anywhere so many videos are there, because our videos are there in a previous batches there. You are asking to, so now here yes management only, they are only giving. Okay, not a problem. You are observing what some knowledge is there means your own way also you are learning, because same thing I'm typing all the things there. No, yes, you are understand. But maybe so many fellows are daily they're attending the classes means easy way they're learning, they're thinking. Otherwise self-learning also better, not a problem, because nowadays videos are there. Okay, anywhere, either Udemy, okay, so now here otherwise our classes, otherwise anywhere knowledge is your own wish, anyway also you are getting. But first what is what you must familiar. That's why these type of some introductions required only. Okay, okay, now duration is more than 3 months above. Okay, 4 months above we are taking only. Okay, that's all. Okay, yeah. Maybe okay, so now here in all batches they are sending a what videos or anything. In this batch also they are giving, I think. Okay, yeah. In a class timings means 6 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock, 5, 6, or these are batches are there, so many batches are there. In a 6 o'clock this one. Okay, 6 to 7:30 like that. But first we are taking us less time only. Once we are starting, those are all the things. Again, your installation process, all the things I will tell you. Okay, first 5 days week is there, and later okay, so now here 6 days also, Saturday also class is there, because so much of syllabus on. Okay, that's yeah. Okay, na? Anybody having a doubts? Because so many doubts are there, but anybody, because non-technical persons are there, some what is going on, they are not knowing, those persons are there having a doubt on this. Yeah. Uh, you want okay, suppose you don't have an idea that much of time only you are learning, then maybe you are requesting a management. In a previous batch videos are there, you have to ask me, maybe they are providing, I think. Okay, yes, you have to ask those persons. Okay, my Murali Sir videos are there. Okay, yeah, my name is Murali only. Okay, yeah. In a olden days, okay, in a net only, my PDFs also there in a 2010 onwards. I'm in teaching side of it. Okay, yeah. That's why in a net only Murali's or PLSQL notes or whatever notes means you are maybe 11G and policy or anything they are putting. Okay, in a net only. This is also you have to download. Okay, na? Yeah. So confidence level is very important. Actually, all the knowledges we are learning on outside, not so easy. This is time waste only actually. That's why some up to job, how much knowledge is required, that one we are learning. Then through the net, through these classes, video classes, through that one, you are getting a what more knowledge only. You are surveying in a college. Some colleagues are helpful or anything. Okay, maybe 6 months or 7 months, you are struggling in your company. Then the same thing they repeated. But knowledge is most powerful. Yeah. SQL is a common one. Okay, yeah. But syntaxes are different and also functions are different. Already I'm telling you. Yeah. A DevOps engineer, okay, a little bit of SQL, not a more SQL, not required. Yeah. Okay. But here we are learning about a pure database means so much of knowledge we are telling only, we are giving only. But little bit of, okay, based on your requirement, you have to take about that knowledge. Okay. In this course, we are covering SQL, PLSQL, and dynamic SQL long. Yes, here one of these days, history also we are telling. Okay, one of these days means okay, these type of histories also, or maybe history is there. Okay, so no, not a Murali Sir history. History is there. Okay, now in a olden days, flat file approach is there. How, what are the drawbacks? Are there in the middle of the courses we are learning? Then what is a database? What is okay, so now DBMS, RDBMS, what is the differences? These are all the things we are learning on these days. Okay. Okay, na? 2 or 3 days we are taking a demos. Better no, first you are comfortable or not, you are only checking. You are comfortable means you have to join, otherwise not interested means better to go for another faculty, because some fellows are, some okay lecturers are taking your water time only. Okay. Okay, na? But it will take time. Tomorrow I will tell you some other concepts. Okay. Yeah, there's a demos. Okay, don't worry. Okay, na? Thank you so much. Tomorrow I will tell you. Thank you. These are demo classes, just some concepts I'm telling. Okay, yeah, 1 or 2 days, not a problem. Installation, all the things I will tell you. Don't worry. Okay. Thank you so much. Tomorrow I will continue. Thank you. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Today we are going to work with the Power BI introduction part. So before going to, basically Power BI is data analysis tool, data analyst position, analyzing data, creating reports. That is comes under Power BI basically. So before going to discuss about Power BI, so better to discuss some scenarios related to what is database, what is data warehouse. These things really important for us. See, this is database. So what is the purpose of databases? See, databases are used to store different types of data. So data storage purpose, we use these databases, right? Coming to next scenario. To store data, we can go for files also. Different types of files available in the market. We can use those files for data storage purpose. Why we are going for databases? This is common question. See, when we are working with the databases, security, performance, and storage capacity. These are really important for us. So these scenarios can be provided by only databases. File system cannot provide these scenarios. So security, data level security also. For example, you are working with some database. What about data level security? Performance. Performance means the speed. Accessing speed of the databases comes under performance. In the same as storage capacity, because in real-time environment, we are going to work with the terabyte size of the databases. So their top level storage management is also really important for us. So these are all can be provided by only databases. That's why generally to store data, we use different databases. Even not only data storage, even you can modify data. Anytime you can modify data and you can perform data retrieval operations. These are all can be done in RDBMS databases. So that is the reason why we are going for databases basically. Coming to next scenario. So basically this Power BI is related to data warehouse. So what is data warehouse? What is the difference between databases and data warehouse? Better to discuss those scenarios also. For example, this is my data source, means database. Basically, this database is volatile database. Volatile means anytime you can connect it to database and you can modify. So anytime you can modify data in the database means it contains only current data. Only current data will be there in these databases. So what is the tool you are going to work? Data analysis tool, Power BI. So we cannot use this type of data, current data, for data analysis purpose. Right. So if you are working with current data to perform data analysis, it is like, time consumption will be there. So this type of issues, performance related issues will be there. That's why we are not going to use that type of data to perform these activities. So we need some other environment. which maintains historical data. Historical means without modifications, non-volatile. Volatile means what? Modifications. We need some environment where we can avoid these modifications. We can maintain historical data. That we call it as a data warehouse database. So this is a non-volatile environment. So what we are doing, we are going to copy data from data source to data warehouse environment. Data source to data warehouse environment. Right. And so the major difference between data source databases, and data warehouse is volatile and non-volatile. So because of non-volatile property in data warehouse environment, we store historical data. So that is required for us to perform data analysis. That means suppose you copy data from different data sources to data warehouse environment. After that, you cannot make any changes to data. If data is there in the source, then only you can modify it. If data copied from source to data warehouse environment, you cannot make any modifications. Right? So data warehouse environment is especially for data analysis purpose, report creation purpose. Okay, that is data warehouse. So now my next question is, I said like Power BI is related to data warehouse. Power BI is related to what? Data warehouse. So how it is related to data warehouse? Let us see that now. See, for example, this is your Power BI environment. So what are the operations we are going to perform in Power BI from the beginning? From the beginning, what type of operations we are going to perform in Power BI? Copy data. In the beginning, we are going to copy data from different data sources to Power BI environment. So copy data is not going to modify anything. For example, you have some table in the source. You are going to copy table from source to Power BI. That is not going to modify, right? So copy data is not going to make any changes to your database. Non-volatile. So copy data is not going to modify, right? Next scenario. Transform data. So generally transform data, next DAX, next visualization creation. So generally these are the major operations we are going to perform in Power BI. Okay, fine. But the thing is, Power BI also non-volatile environment only. We are not going to make any changes to data even in Power BI. But when I'm talking about copy data, transform data, DAX data, you feel like data is going to modify. That is not correct. I'll tell you the reason. So copy data I already explained. Transform data. Basically, we use transformations to bring the data into required format. See, simple scenario. After copying data or while copying data, you are going to work with the transformations, right? For example, we have some table products in this source, and this table contains some column sales amount. Now, I'm going to copy same table from source to Power BI. Products table with what? Sales amount column. Okay, na? But it is not plain copy. So plain copy directly copy and save. That's all. But it's not. It's not plain copy. We have something different requirement here. Suppose sales amount is greater than 3,000, then only copy. I got my requirement right? Suppose sales amount is greater than 3,000, then only copy. Otherwise, don't copy. Then what to do? I write some condition. See, there we have some condition there. What is the condition? Sales amount is greater than 3,000. By writing this condition, we are going to copy data, required data. So what happens? Only salary greater than 3,000 data will be, the sales amount greater than 3,000 data will be copied. That means what you are doing here, you are just copying only required data from source to Power BI. Are you modifying anything? Anybody please tell me? Are you modifying modifying anything here? No, we are not modifying anything. It is not modifying anything. Just what it is doing, it is copying only required data. So it is non-volatile operation. So this type of operations comes under transformations. What it is? Transformation. Right? And so next scenario, now it's clear. Transformation is not going to modify anything. This is only for data transformation purpose. I mean, bring data into required format purpose only. No doubt. Right? Coming to next scenario, DAX. DAX stands for data analysis expressions. Formula language. We use DAX for data related calculations purpose. Right? In databases, we are going, not databases, in Power BI environment, we are going to perform calculations. Different types of calculations we are going to perform. You can ask some question here, sir, why we perform calculations in databases, tell me. In data warehouse, tell me. Common questions. For example, you copied products table with sales amount column from source to Power BI. So now you are going to create some report. See, what is the final scenario we are doing in Power BI? Report creation only, dashboards creation only, right? Finally, in Power BI, what we are going to do, tell me, reporting. Report creation, dashboard creation, we are going to do. Right? Okay, fine. You copied data, you transformed it. Now you are going to create some report. You have sales amount column, but this is monthly sales amount. What type of sales amount column is available? Monthly sales amount is available. But your report, you need yearly sales amount. Sales amount into 12. You are doing some calculation here. What's the calculation? Sales amount into 12. Because you need annual sales amount to create report. You don't have annual sales amount in our environment. You have only monthly sales amount. So you have to do some calculation. So doing like this. But we do this calculation by using DAX function. Right? And by using DAX functions only, we are doing these calculations. So is it going to modify anything in the database? No, it is not modifying anything. So totally what I'm trying to explain, Power BI is pure data warehouse environment. In Power BI, we are not going to perform any data modifications because it is non-volatile environment. You just perform copy data, transform data, DAX data, any type of operations. But ultimately, these are only for bring data into required format because we are going to create reports, dashboards, some format of the data is required for us. For that format of the data, we are going to perform transformations and DAX functions. That's my point. And next, visualization area. Visualizations means what? Creating reports. Different types of reports we are going to create. Right? In the same way, need more clarity on this Power BI environment, what we are going to do.
Your voice is breaking, sir.
How is it now? Is it okay now? Okay.
Yes, sir, it is fine now.
Right. So generally in Power BI environment, we are going to work with the different scenarios like this. Right. And in the beginning, we have some data source. For example, what is our data source? For example, SQL Server database. Just assume from SQL Server data source, we are going to copy data into Power BI desktop environment. What is the tool name? Power BI desktop. So whatever the operations I discussed till now, like copy data, transform data, DAX data, creating visualization, these are all we are going to perform in Power BI desktop only. So major development we are going to perform in Power BI by using desktop only. So after finishing your development here, you are going to publish your work. Whatever you developed, you are going to publish. Because why we are developing all these things, tell me? Because of customers. Right? Okay, na? To share customers, we are going to do these development activities. So from Power BI desktop, you cannot share anything to customers. This is only for development purpose. So after finishing development, you're going to publish. Your published work is going to store in Power BI service. And from Power BI service, we are going to share them to customers. Even we are going to create a dashboard in this service environment only. So dashboard means what? It is collection of different visualizations, related visualizations. So this is a user environment, end user environment. Some application will be there, some other environment will be there. Now what you are doing, you are developing these things here, you are going to publish them to service, right? And from service, you are going to share them to users. See, your important thing is coming to desktop environment. Here only we have building blocks of the Power BI. So building blocks of the Power BI are Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View. Power BI development means these activities only. No doubt. Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View. So Power Query means transformations area. This is transformation area. Power Pivot means DAX. DAX, data modeling, creating relationships between tables, defining cross filters. These are all comes under Power Pivot. So this area is purely related to data operations. That's why we say copy data, transform data, DAX data. We are going to perform these tasks directly on data. Because before going to create report, you have to bring data into your required format. Because see, you are working with some scenario, some project means some requirements will be there, right? Based on requirements only, you are going to work. Then we have Power View also. Power View means what? Visualization creation. So Power View concept is different. That means overall Power BI development, we have data related operations and visualization creation operations. Right? So now coming to next scenario, prerequisites. What are the prerequisites there for this training? SQL queries part is required. transformations, DAX, purely coming from SQL queries part. No doubt. In the same way, data warehouse concepts knowledge is also required for us. See, SQL queries we are going to discuss in this training only. Data warehouse concepts also we are going to discuss in this training only. Right? So you no need to go for some other training. In the same way, if you are ready to learn complete SQL developer, Power BI participant can attend complete SQL development class also. Right, and that is also available in this institute, Durga Sir. Clear? But remember, you go for data warehouse or database related scenarios, whatever it. Database development or data warehouse. SQL queries knowledge is required, no doubt. Some people says that if you know basics of the SQL, you can work. How can you work? You're going to work with real-time environment. Basic knowledge, how can you perform operations still? Am I right or not? Straight question. Got my point. So these are all. And I said power pivot. Power pivot means we are going to work with the data modeling concept there. Right, Andy? Data modeling concept means we are working with fact table, dimension tables concepts. Because see, those concepts are coming from data warehouse. Because in the beginning, we started with the data warehouse. Of course, database we started, then we discussed about data warehouse. So to work with some scenarios of the Power BI, we need data warehouse concepts. That's why we are going to work with those things also. So these are the prerequisites. We are going to discuss prerequisites in this training only, no doubt. So coming to next scenario, we have to discuss more on process. What are the scenarios we are going to discuss, and what we are giving some project also. What project we are giving, what we are going to learn in this project. That and all we'll discuss in tomorrow's class. Same time, same link. Now, that's all for today from my end. Any questions, please go ahead. If you have any questions, please go ahead. Anybody. You can unmute and talk to me, or you can send messages also. We have chat facility. Please. Tomorrow's class, I'm going to discuss more on these things, somewhat related to real-time scenarios. Also, I'm going to discuss in tomorrow's class. Please go ahead. Any questions, please? What happened there? No questions? Nobody asking questions?
Yeah, I have one question. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, please, Srinu. I can hear you. Renu, I can hear you.
Yeah, so when we attend this class, yeah, yeah, when we attend this class, we're going to do some real-time scenarios in the real work environment. Sure.
See, Srinu, one thing is important. Real work environment you can
Hello.
get easily. See, real work environment you can get only in our job, in our project only. When you are attending any training, don't expect that, frankly speaking. Okay, now? What we can provide,
Okay.
we can guide you towards real-time environment, but we cannot show real-time environment because it is training environment, right? Okay, now? We are giving project. Project means you'll get idea. Okay, fine, what we are going to do in real time. Process you are going to learn. Okay, now? Right?
Okay.
Right. Anybody, please? Any questions? Any? Okay. Right then. Let's do one thing. Let's meet tomorrow with remaining things. After finishing tomorrow's class, you'll get more clarity. Right. In yesterday's class, we discussed about some scenarios related to Power BI introduction part. And we discussed what are the things we are going to do in Power BI. Clear-cut information we discussed. So today, we are going to discuss about more related scenarios here. Suppose you are going to work with some project, right? In this project, I mean, Power BI related project. I'm talking about Power BI project only. In that project, what are the different scenarios we are going to do? And from where the project is going to start. These are all really important. Now, in the beginning, copying data. We are going to work with different data sources. From data source, we are going to copy data, then we're going to transform. Different things will be there. So here important scenario is so we have some data source, Power BI desktop, Power BI service, end user related scenarios. Suppose this is our data source. From this data source, we're going to copy data. Right, and so maximum scenarios, what happens, you know, you are going to work with some data source means it will be database only. Maximum SQL server database will be there. Okay. So coming to next scenario. From data source, we are going to copy data into desktop. In this desktop only, we are going to transform, right? And DAX, different scenarios we are doing it. See, an important point is, for example, we have some table here in the source. So every time why I'm talking about tables, because in RDBMS databases, in the same in Power BI, data is going to store in the form of tables only. There is no other facility, right? In the beginning, we are creating tables and we are going to store data in the form of tables only. That is the point. Clear? And so coming to next scenario. Suppose we have some tables here. You take regular table. Suppose you have employee table and a department table. So in these tables, we have common column department number. Okay, now listen carefully, please. We are going to copy data from employee table, department table. What is the common column we have in these tables? Department number. So here important point is, if you are working with these two tables individually, lot of burden will be there, right? Suppose you have two tables and you are going to work with two different scenarios, means number of operations will be more and even burden will be more on our server. So that is going to create troubles to us. Okay. No? That's why what we are doing, you know, here you have different tables copying from source to Power BI, and here you have common column also. So now we can perform some transformation called as merge transformation. So by using this merge transformation, we can combine data from these tables. Suppose here you have two tables, right? You are going to copy data from these two tables. And what we are doing, we are going to combine the data. So how we are going to combine the data here? By using transformation merge. So why we are going to combine the data? See, working with less number of tables always better than working with more number of tables. Remember that point. Okay. So here what's happening? Initially, when the data is there in the source, there are different tables. right? And when data is there in the source, they are what? They're different tables. So multiple tables, right? When you're going to copy data and when you perform this combined transformation, merge transformation, right? They are only single table. Okay. So now what's happening, you know, by doing this transformation, merge transformation, we are going to combine the data. In the same way, we are going to minimize number of tables. Am I right or not? We are going to minimize number of tables from 2 to 1. 2 to 1 only. Please check it. Right in. So now after finishing this transformation, merge transformation, if you want to create any report by taking data from single table, you can go for report creation because you combine data. But just assume that you have not done with any merge operation. There are two different tables still. Still there are two different tables. You're going to create report so that you have to access data from two different tables only. Am I right or not? Okay, now listen carefully. Very important real-time scenario I'm discussing now. Okay. So an important point is so simple logic. What we are doing here, we are minimizing number of tables. So burden will be minimized. So performance will be increased. That is the key point we are discussing. So after doing this task, generally we are going to create report. If any DAX is required, we perform DAX. Otherwise, we are going to create report. Fine. See, important point is, yesterday I discussed, your data source is volatile. And our data warehouse is non-volatile. This is the point we discussed yesterday, right? Some of you attended yesterday's class. Some new participants there today. Non-volatile means, for example, data copied from source to Power BI environment. Done. You performed transformation much, and you go ahead and create report. That's fine. No problem. But after creating report or before creating report, right? Anand? After creating report or before creating report, if source is modified, we have employee table, department tables in the source, we copied them to Power BI. Then only we perform transformation and we created report. That's what we are doing. For example, Your source is modified. You created report. Source is modified. Right. Now, whatever the data modified in the source, that should be copied to Power BI. That should be reflected to your report. Right. So why I'm discussing this point, you are new to this environment. Generally, you feel like we copied data, transformed data, created report. There ends the matter. That is not correct. Initially, we are going to take copy of the data from the source. We are creating report. Of course, we are performing transformations DAX. After that, refresh will be there. So refresh means whatever the modifications done in the source, they should be copied into Power BI. They should be reflected into report and visualization and dashboards also. So that is the importance of transformation. Not only merge transformation, we have different types of transformations there. Basically, merge transformation is joins concept of the SQL. In yesterday's class, I discussed some points. What are the prerequisites there for Power BI? SQL Server queries part and data warehouse concepts. So these transformations coming from SQL only, SQL queries only. Right. So now we got some idea what we are doing with the transformations. Okay. So after that, we are going to work with some DAX. For example, DAX also I'll give you some scenarios. Suppose you have source here. From source, you have some table employee. Okay. The employee table means generally what will be there in employee table, employees information will be there, data. You copy table from source to desktop, Power BI desktop. So employee table, salary column, there is no null value. Commission column, we have null value. So now you want to do some report, you want to create some report, that is in that report you want to go for total salary. What is total salary? Salary plus commission is comes under total salary. That is the meaning, right? You have salary and commission means what is the meaning of total salary? Salary plus commission. In this scenario, so now we cannot perform any type of operation with the null values, because nobody knows what is the value of null. Suppose I'm doing it like salary plus commission. If commission is null, total value you are going to get it as null. There is no null value in there is no null value in salary column, but you are doing operation with null value, right? So you'll get total null. Right? So that is really important for us. So here we have to do some conversions or calculations. But still, because see, I want to complete this task here. I want to work with the commission from commission salary plus commission. Contains null values, but still I want to work with that. How to do that task? You got my point, right? So in this case, what you are doing, here you are going to use some function. Suppose is null of commission comma 0. This is null function is going to convert null value into 0. For example, you have null value in the commission column, then it is going to convert. Is null function is going to convert null value into 0 temporarily. Up to completion of this query. So if that query execution completes, then you are going to finish your task, right? For that, we are using DAX, data analysis expressions. DAX functions. What is is null? Is null is functional. Is null is functional. We are working with DAX functions only. Purpose of the DAX. So then you're going to create visualization, report. Even one thing, after completion of this, if any modifications done in the source, those modifications will be copied to Power BI from source. In the same, they'll be copied to DAX, then they'll be copied to report also. That we call it as refresh concept. Tomorrow I'm going to discuss that refresh concept. Refresh data. Refresh data means copy latest modifications done in the source to Power BI environment. If you already created report with that data in Power BI, even that report also gets modifications, refreshed modifications. Right, Andy? So these are really important. So coming to next scenario, yesterday I discussed some points here. Data modeling concept, Power BI modeling. What is that Power BI modeling? 1 second. So modeling means relationships between tables. Previously, we discussed about joins, merge. That is not relationship. So different tables data you are going to combine. That's what we did. But now the scenario is different. Here what we are doing, suppose you have employee table, department table, common data, department number, common column, right? And so you are going to copy everything. Employee table, department table with common column, you are going to copy. From source to Power BI. Right? And even after copying, you're going to store those tables in Power BI environment permanently, right? So there also we should go for relationship between tables, because these tables contains common data, right? And common column. So relationship between tables we are going to establish. Previously I discussed about merge concept. That is different concept. Merge concept is different, because merge combined data. Now we are not going to combine. They are separate tables, different tables only. Even inside Power BI also, we are going to store them as different tables only. But relationship we are going to establish. What is the advantage of creating relationship between tables? Number of operations are going to minimize. For example, you are creating some report. Generally, in Power BI environment, you are going to create report means you are going to use data from different tables for creating that report. You're going to use data from different tables to create that report, So then these tables are related tables. Then time consumption is going to minimize, right? Easy access will be created, right? So that means performance will be increased. Performance means what? Speed. Report speed will be generated. That is what client required. You are creating report. Report creation is not enough. Lot of things you need to provide to that report, especially, security, performance, these things. Security is different thing that we can do, no problem. Performance is important. Accessing speed is important. How you are going to provide it? So these are all. There are many ways to improve performance, right? And so the major scenarios I discussed yesterday, building blocks of the Power BI. What are the building blocks we discussed? Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View. Power Query transformation area. Power Pivot means relationships between tables, modeling, DAX, that and all comes under that. Then report creation. Suppose you created some report. Different scenarios will be there in this report creation. Creating report, then formatting report, then filter report. 3 different scenarios you are going to work in the report. So you are going to take data and creating some report here. Then you have to format visualization. Different themes, different layouts, backgrounds, colors, fonts, size. So general formatting, visual formatting, different things will be there. You have to make that report attractive, right? That we are going to do with formatting. Then filtering data inside report. Suppose you created some report. How to filter data? For example, now we discussed different employees, different departments. So you created report with all employees, all departments data. Now there is some person, some user wants to see particular department number related data. So you have to provide access to that department number data only, right? So this type of requirements will be there. For that we are going to use filters, filtering data. So previously I discussed some points, transformation. So DAX also given some real-time example. And now this filter concept, group by class, where class, having class, after by class, these are all filters only, right? So these are all coming from SQL Server queries part only. Right? So Power Query, Power Pivot to Power View. Same order we are going to follow. Suppose you created some report, then if you want to make changes to that report, you can edit that report. You can edit and you can make changes to the report. That is also possible, don't worry. In the same way, this is desktop, right? Here, whatever the things up to now I discussed in today's class, we are going to perform them in this desktop environment only. So after finishing your work from here, you're going to publish it into Power BI service environment. This is service. This Power BI service, I can say it is like, to share your work to customers. To share your work to customers. In the same way, dashboard creation is also really important. So maximum projects we are going to create dashboards. Dashboards we can do in Power BI service only. Here only sometimes we are going to create deployment pipelines. Deployment, what is the deployment pipeline? Development, then testing, then production. So in the beginning, development will be done. Then it goes to test environment. Then it goes to production. So the deployment pipelines creation and creating apps. Apps creation is important. So app means what? It contains some visualizations and dashboards. Collection of visualizations, dashboards already developed. We call them as apps. Right, Andy? Even in real time, what happens, if you're working with real time project, sometimes they will develop their own visualizations, dashboards, and they are going to give them to us in the form of content, like for example, organizational apps, organizational services. What they contains? visualizations, reports, and dashboards they contain. We can use them. We can design them or we can arrange them for the customer's purpose. So these are all we are going to work here. After finishing these things, we are going to work with integration. Integration means generally we are not going to do anything. Nowadays we got some concept here. Embedding Power BI visualization with some application. For example, I give you a simple example. Suppose you are attending some exam, online exam. How you are writing exam? By using some application. They will give you some user account, you are connecting to their application and you are going to finish your exam. Am I right or not? In this scenario, after finishing your exam, they will give you some report there. So total marks, percentage, where you scored more, where you scored less. This type of graphs kind of visualizations they are going to give you. Where you are accessing those visualizations in the application only. But those visualizations not created in application. Application is just user purpose, user access purpose. Right? And so they are developed in some reporting tool, like for example, Power BI, based on the data. That is really important for us. So how to embed that report? Like just information. Your role is up to service only. Embed is not related to Power BI developer. But still, if you know something extra, that will really good for you, right? So little bit about embedding Power BI reports, Power BI dashboards into applications. Internal users purpose, external users purpose. So what are the licenses required? What are the security scenarios required? Something real-time environment. So these type of things we are going to discuss under this training. End-to-end training. So at the ending, I'm going to give you some projects for practice purpose. One or two projects I'm going to provide you. You can use them for practice purpose. Clear? So these are all we are going to do. So I think you got some clarity now, end to end, what we are doing in Power BI. The major scenarios of the Power BI development are copy data, transform data, DAX data, and visualization creation, dashboard creation, publishing. These are all comes under major scenarios. So if you know something about app design, creating app, designing means it's not like application development and you don't worry about the coding or kind of nothing. App designing means what? You developed some visualization, some reports, some dashboards. By using them, you're going to create some application, app. We're going to do that. We're going to develop it. So you'll get more knowledge there, more idea about real-time environment. How you're going to work out the things in real-time environment. That is required for us. Subject is okay, no problem. If you're practicing, you'll get subject, no doubt. But scenario is important, right? Even DAX also will go for in-depth of the DAX. We have different types of DAX functions, differences between DAX functions, depth of the DAX. These are all we are going to discuss. So now tell me if you have any questions related to this training, please. Any questions, please? Anybody? Amit, Ashish, Srinu, Vaibhav, Vijay, you attended yesterday's class. But other participants are new to this. Vineet and Vikas. Vikas, you attended yesterday's class? Tulasi new, I think. Sarita also new.
No, sir.
Dhananjay. All right. Any questions, please?
I actually wanted to ask, but I didn't want to disturb you before. So when I registered for this, today was the first class. That's what I was assuming.
See,
But
yesterday I discussed the introduction part, Vikas. Don't worry about that. You have not missed anything, okay?
okay,
Just what is database, what is data warehouse, those things only I discussed. We will give you that recording also. Don't worry about that, okay? No?
okay. Only question being like in the future when we are to do the project and everything, I was reading the prerequisites were SQL Server knowledge beforehand.
Yes, yes.
So how much of that would play a part in this?
Actually, SQL Server complete queries knowledge is required because we have different types of query concepts in SQL environment. All those query concepts required for us. Because of that reason only, in Power BI class, we are going to discuss SQL. And if you want, you can attend separate SQL class also. Complete SQL Server training you can attend if you have free time. So that we are doing morning 6 o'clock now. SQL Server development class. Complete end-to-end SQL development will be there. And Power BI class at 5 p.m. Okay, no? Right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anybody, please? Any questions? Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's meet tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to start with Power BI scenarios. Okay, na? Right then. See you. In yesterday's class, we discussed about some scenarios like complete details about the project environment and how it is going to work in real time. Every scenario we discussed in the last session, yesterday's class. And coming to next case. We are going to discuss about the introduction part of the Power BI practical environment. I mean, Power BI desktop. The major tools in Power BI environment we are going to work are Power BI desktop, Power BI service. Okay. So Power BI desktop is for development purpose. Complete development activities of the Power BI we are going to perform in Power BI desktop environment only. Okay. So I show you how to install Power BI desktop. Even I'll help you in SQL Server installation also. You don't worry about that. And coming to next scenario. Basically, in Power BI environment, real time we are going to work with licensed software. But now, practical purpose in this training environment, we are going to work with free software. So we have different versions of the Power BI. Now, what are the versions there? Kiran, tell me, Kiran. Any questions? Right. Free version, pro version, and premium version. So these are the different versions of the Power BI we have. So coming to next scenario. Free version directly we can download it from official website of the Microsoft Corporation, and we can use it for practice purpose. No doubt. Coming to next step. Pro version, premium version. Pro version of the SQL Server, premium version of the SQL Server, they are, licensed softwares. So generally when you're working with real-time environment, real-time project, so we are going to work with the Pro version of the SQL and premium version of the SQL. Sorry, Power BI. That's okay. See, Pro version, premium version, licensed. That means if you want to work with those versions, you have to purchase license, then only you can work with them. That's fine. But when we are going to work with the Pro version and premium, what is the difference between Pro version and premium version? So that is really important. Forget about free. Free means that is only for practice purpose. Real time purpose we cannot use. Project purpose we cannot use free version of the SQL Power BI. Right. Coming to next scenario. Now, Pro version. Generally, what happens, when you are working with the gigabyte size of the data, hundreds of the users, right? And in that scenario, we are going to work with the Pro. I mean, middle level cost. Premium version, when you are working with the terabyte size of the data, in the same way, thousands of the users, then you are going to work with the premium version of this Power BI. But what is going to change means, yesterday we discussed about some scenarios. Storage capacity, number of users, that is really important. Like Pro version, premium version. So the only difference is like, storage capacity in the same way. User capacity, number of users. So this point is really important in the beginning. And coming to next scenario. Initially, you're going to create some data set. Data set in the sense of data, whatever the tables that and all you're going to copy from source to Power BI environment, we call it as data set. So now, coming to next scenario. One second, 1 minute, please, all of you. Right. Coming to next scenario. Now, you're copying data, you're going to create data set inside Power BI. Okay. So two things we have to discuss here. Because we're in the beginning only. Better to maintain clarity from the beginning. Otherwise, what happens, it is going to create a lot of confusion. Here we have something like a data source. Assume that your data source is SQL Server. So in the same way, this is your Power BI environment. Okay, na? Fine. You're going to copy data from data source to Power BI environment. So I said like data source is SQL Server. What is SQL Server? Microsoft RDBMS database. How data is going to store in Microsoft RDBMS database is tables format. Maintain clarity. So you are going to copy data from data source to Power BI. Means you are going to copy table from data source to Power BI. Clear? Right? Even in Power BI environment also, data is going to store in the form of tables only. Right? And so now next question we can ask, like what table contains? Generally, table contains structure and data. Structure means columns, data means rows. Okay, better what is structure, what is data, that also I'll give you clarity. See, for example, here we have some table. Suppose table name is what? Products. So in this table, we have different columns like this. Suppose column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, like this. Okay, na? So now this area is comes under structure of the table. Right, Andy? Structure of the table. See, after creating structure, what we are doing, we are going to insert data into table like this in the form of what? Rows. So this is rows. That's why we say like what is table means it is collection of columns and rows. We say like that. So this area is comes under what? Data. So this is structure of the table. This is data of the table. Structure means what? Columns. Data means what? Rows. Got my point, all of you? So maintain clarity. So now coming to next scenario. We have table here. Table contains these things. The same table we are going to copy from source to Power BI. And structure and data. everything is going to copy from source to Power BI. So coming to Power BI environment, we call structure as a metadata, rows data as a physical data. Okay, Nene? So little terminology is going to change between your data source and the Power BI. So in SQL environment, we call it as structure, and coming to Power BI environment, we call it as metadata. In the same way, in SQL environment, we call it as data. Coming to Power BI environment, we call it as physical data. Right? Andy? Same concept. Concept is not going to change, but terminology is going to change. Okay, na? So this is